Rivaldo makes some big calls. Newcastle's takeover is given the green light. There's an EFL update, a transfer roundup, and today's Friday Feels all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, you are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. First up, and former Brazilian legend and World Cup winner Rivaldo has been doing quite a lot of talking about some pretty major transfers, and bizarrely enough for a former Barcelona player, quite a lot of them about Real Madrid. First off, he's talking about Erling Haaland moving to Real Madrid and basically saying that he thinks the striker is ready for La Liga. Now, there has been so much talk that the Norwegian will be moving to Los Blancos from Dortmund, despite the fact he only joined the German club in January. Now, this is obviously going to take quite a bit of money. Now, not only would they normally want a lot of money for one of the best strikers in the world on current form and someone with unlimited potential, but on top of this, there is a minimum fee release clause in the Haaland's contract of around 75 million, which comes into play in 2022. So, if they're going to sell him, would kind of make sense that if they were to sell him before that date, they sell him for more than 75 million. So, anywhere from 76 million to whatever ridiculous price that Dortmund want to charge. They don't really need to sell at the moment. They've probably got a massive influx of money coming in from the sale of Jadon Sancho in the summer. So I'm not so sure Real Madrid will currently be making their move. Anyway, Rivaldo thinks it's too soon to start making any comparisons between Haaland and Ronaldo, who he played alongside. The original Ronaldo, as some people call him, not Cristiano, but that he does see quite a few similarities in their game. They show no fear, have brilliant composure, and a speedy, unbelievable finisher on the ball. Yeah, that pretty much makes for an unbelievable striker. Anyway, on top of this, he's also started talking about Real Madrid and what they should be doing on the exit door, and that involving Gareth Bale, saying that his move to Newcastle could make him a superstar again. He seems to think that the Welshman's career at Real Madrid is coming to an end, and if he moves back to the Premier League and moves to Newcastle, he'll be the superstar in the team and he'll still get paid a ridiculous amount of money. Now, you may be asking, why would he be getting paid a ridiculous amount of money? Well, Newcastle's takeover has apparently been given the green light. That means that the owners have passed the Premier League's test and they are set to complete their £300 million deal. This would literally mean Newcastle becoming instantly one of the wealthiest clubs in the world, and who knows what's going to happen in the transfer window. Before this deal has even been complete, there's been talk of Bale. It's not just Rivaldo talking about it. Bale for quite a few months now. Cavani, Coutinho, James Rodriguez, basically every big name from a big club who looks like they're going to leave, they've been linked to Newcastle, and within good reason. We've seen what's happened before with takeovers likes of Chelsea and Manchester City, and as soon as the owners come in and the transfer window is open, especially in the summer, all hell breaks loose. The checkbook is open and money starts flying. So yeah, you can expect a lot of transfer news to surround Newcastle, and you can expect them doing a lot of business regardless of the current financial impact on the transfer market when the transfer window eventually opens. But next up, and away from transfers just a little bit, and to the EFL, the Football League, which takes charge of the Championship, League 1 and League 2, and they have announced how they're going to be ending the season. Well, not necessarily how they're going to be ending the season, but the impacts of the season finishing. Promotion and relegation will stand. This means that League 2, who have voted to end the season early, League 1, who are currently unsure, and the Championship, who want to return when the Premier League do, will all have to abide by these rules. It means that currently, even though they didn't foresee this happening, the likes of Stevenage at the bottom of League 2 are now going to be relegated. The guys who are near the top are going to be promoted, and the same thing's happening with League 1. Now, there are quite a few big clubs who want to be given the chance to play in the playoffs and get promoted in League 1, including Portsmouth and Sunderland, but they're going to need the backing of quite a few other teams in the division before the final vote is made. Of course, this can be completely and utterly overturned if all the clubs vote against it, or the 71 clubs. It was 72, but Bury, as you remember earlier in the season, were expelled from the league, so there's a rather important decision to be made. My question is, though, how is this going to impact the Premier League as well? The Premier League came out quite a few months ago and already said there definitely won't be an extended Premier League next season. So they won't not have any relegation, but they'll take 2 or 3 from the Championship and have a 23 league season. 23 team league season. That's not going to happen. So what will happen? If the EFL and the Championship vote for promotion, but the Premier League don't, it's going to be a whole lot of worry on their hands. And I'm not quite sure that we're actually ready to deal with that kind of nonsense. I mean, first off, to all the teams at the top of the Championship, Leeds United especially, who've had a fantastic season, they're going to want to get their rewards for a brilliant season, at least see it out and get promoted. But then obviously the ones who are near the relegation zone in the Premier League definitely don't want to get relegated without being given a fair shot. So all sorts of shit is about to kick off. Personally, have absolutely no idea how to solve this issue, so it's a good job I'm not in a position where I've got to make the big decision. But you guys, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So next up, in a quick roundup of the rest of the day's transfer news that you might have missed, where Chelsea have extended the contract of Olivier Giroud for another 12 months, meaning the Frenchman will be staying at Stamford Bridge. Gonzalo Higuain has apparently been offered a chance to join his brother in the MLS at DC United. Barcelona are so desperate to get rid of Samuel Umtiti, they've dropped his asking price to around 30 million euros, and Arsenal are interested in taking Dortmund's 24-year-old defender Manuel Akanji. So lastly but not least, it's Friday Feels. Yes, it is back for the second week in a row because the football's back. Well, German football's back. Anyway, this is where you guys can let me know your thoughts and predictions on the weekend's football down in the comment section below, and there's some rather big games this weekend. First off, in the Champions League spots, I'm going for Gladbach to draw 2-2 with Bayer Leverkusen. Secondly, and in the Berlin derby between Hertha and Union, I'm going for a red card in a rather feisty affair. And lastly but not least, I'm backing Marcel Sabitzer to score a goal for RB Leipzig as they travel to Mainz. So there you have it. That is all from me on today's daily news. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as always. Whilst you're there, smash the like button, click here or here to check out loads of the other content we've got going on Onefootball. But until next time, have a great weekend, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later.